This workout video, I am training back and biceps. The focus of this training phase right now is I am in a high frequency training split where I'm training each muscle group twice a week. So what you'll see with this training video is I do about 8 movements for between the back and bicep exercise. And then when I train this again later in the week, I'll choose 8 more movements, which 6 of those are for back and 2 of those are for biceps. So the idea here is to get a lot of volume over the course of the week. I do about 2 working sets for each exercise, and I'll hit quite a few angles over the course of this week for my back. The movement I'm doing here is focused on the seated row. The big focus here is just using a stretch and squeeze format here. We're just trying to get a good stretch forward and really squeeze The next movement I did after this was bent over barbell rows. I'm showing the warm-up sets here because I want to show how much I'm focusing on the stretch. I think the stretch is an important part of each back movement to really allow a full range of motion to allow the back to develop. If you're just trying to use as much weight as you can and you don't allow those arms to fully stretch out, you're not going to open the back up and allow it to fully squeeze, which is going to potentially hinder your development of your back over time. And so I've found that not using as heavy of weight, but allowing that stretch to occur with a good, comfortable weight, that I can get more development out of my back, especially over this past year.
Just me, trust me, something in the air, just above me, something like a dream state. I can't even see straight. Do you feel the buzz, babe? Do you feel the buzz?
The third movement here was one-arm dumbbell rows. Dumbbell rows, again, is a movement you can go very heavy on, but I have found with these two that if I don't go as heavy, and again I focus on the range of motion, it's getting a full stretch and a good squeeze, I can activate my lat a lot better and I'll get more out of this movement. And so where I can do 200 plus pound dumbbells if I want to on this movement, I find just doing 125 to 150 pound dumbbells seem to be ideal to really engage the lat. Anything over that, I feel like it turns more into a brute strength type of effort where you're just using anything you have to just move the weight, and even though you're lifting a heavy weight, I don't feel it is necessarily actually developing what you're trying to develop. And here you'll see my heaviest set here, where I'm just using the 125s actually for this workout. And what I do is I do 2 working sets of each movement as I work through my progressive warm-up sets. But this isn't a heavy weight as far as a max effort weight, but it's enough weight to where I can really feel that engagement and feel the blood flow out into the lat. The fourth movement for this workout was a lat pull down. And so for this workout where I was focusing on the row motions first, the second time that I train back this week, what I'll end up doing is more lat focus first. And so I only do 1 pull down movement for this workout, so the difference on the next workout would be I would probably do 2 row movements and 2 pull down movements, and then I'd actually probably go ahead and do a deadlift or a rack pull movement, whereas you won't see me doing any deadlifts or rack pulls in this workout. Now, very important with pull downs, I feel, is to stay as upright as you possibly can. Okay, if you're leaning back too far, you're not going to engage the lats the way that you want. Okay, and so I use a thumbless grip on the bar. I'm just trying to let my lats really stretch out at the top. As you can see, that stretch towards the top, and then just squeeze as much as I can. I'm really not even gripping the bar that hard. I'm just trying to use my lats only as I pull the weight down. Now, some people like to train their rear delts and traps with their shoulder days, but since I train a high frequency split where I actually train the whole body over three days, I prefer to do my traps and my rear delts on back day. And so this superset here, all I'm doing is real simple, going from a rear delt movement up to a shrug. Now with shrugs, I find again, it's not about weight with these, it's about activation. And so you'll see I'm not using a whole lot of weight for the shrugs, but I'm really engaging my traps. With the rear delt movement, I'm coming up just high enough to where I'm activating the rear delt, but I'm not activating my mid back. Okay, that's really important with rear delt movements. So we're not trying to hit the mid back, and if you go up too high, then you are going to miss the rear delt portion of that movement. And after that superset, I went into my bicep work, where I'm just doing 2 movements for this workout. You know, you don't need, I don't feel you need to do 15-20 sets to build your arms. Okay, your biceps are already being fatigued from your back movements, and so I like to just do 2 movements at the end of a back workout to engage my biceps. So here we're just doing basic dumbbell curls. What you'll see as I come up, okay, I'm turning my palm straight up, and I'm actually rotating my palm towards my body, okay? And so what that does, it allows that full contraction of the bicep, okay? To where if you're just coming straight up, you're not getting that top end squeeze on the bicep. And so since I really started to focus on that little bit of rotation at the top, I feel like that's really helped work on the peak of the bicep. Now again, as far as weight with dumbbells, go as heavy as you can without using momentum. Yeah, I'm using 60s here, which is a comfortable weight for me. You know, if I wanted to, I could really strain and go up, you know, another 20 pounds. But again, with biceps, what's important is to get the feel, not necessarily focus on the strength. And so you want to go as heavy as you can, but still as long as you can feel that squeeze and keep a very controlled range of motion. And the final movement of this workout was just doing a hammer strength preacher curl. My arms are pretty pumped here, so I'm not having to use a lot of weight, but the focus is just to get the biceps to activate as much as I can, and what you'll see is I start doing some holds towards the last couple reps of each set. And again, I'm just filling the blood fill into the bicep as much as I can. And really, those 2 movements is all I needed to really tax my biceps for this workout. And so thanks for watching this back and bicep workout video. If you'd like more information about how to get programming or download some of our ebooks, go to bigjohnfitness.com and you can contact us there.